Hey guys, I'm going to be reacting to my reaction to a reaction video.
There's more footage? Jesus. And where was this? Berkeley. Oh boy.
So this is a protest going on in Berkeley, California.
Jesus. Think about how much of our tax money we have to put and invest into micromanaging these mentally ill retards every day. Look how much money it is. Isn't that crazy? Why are they wearing masks? It's bad and ICE does it, right? Because they don't want to be identified. That's the reason why.
I'm sorry, we're having a little technical.
That's why people wear masks.
Don't worry, we're going to get to it.
Exactly what I would expect.
Oh, come on. You bitch. Oh, here we go. What's going on here? Anyway, so this is me. I'm reacting to my reaction to a reaction video. Okay, so this is a bunch of protesters in Berkeley, and they're all angry and yelling. Okay.
Oh man. How are they not in jail? Well, I mean, to be fair, nobody's doing anything wrong right now.
Your deal's check, you asshole!
What?
Your deal's check, you asshole!
What the fuck?
What do you say?
Who does this?
Who does this? Yeah, who does this? Oh,
Jesus.
who does this? Let's talk about that question. Who does this, right? Okay, so it's in Berkeley, and all these, they're like hipster, Antifa, whatever, yelling and complaining about what? First of all, about what? What is it? What is the big purpose? The answer is obvious, like it's nothing. There's nothing. It's meaningless, purpose. There's no reason for it at all. So who does this? That's an interesting question I wanted to, go into that a little bit. Like, who does this, right? Okay, let's say instead of it being a bunch of Antifa, like hipster, people, instead of it being them, let's say it was the homeless. That same amount of people, only they're all homeless and they're all pissed off and protesting the way society and the government treats the homeless. What do you think would happen? Do you think that the government and the police would just allow all those homeless people to be gathered like that, protesting how the government and society and the police treat the homeless? You think that they would just allow it, like they're allowing this? See, this is the thing. I don't know how many of you know the answer to that question. Like, the answer is obvious. The police would be arresting all those homeless people, right? But see, so these Antifa, like hipster kids, right, whatever, they can do this because the question is, who does this, right? So if they do it, and first of all, why are they doing it? What is the reason? I mean, if the homeless were all gathered together like that, doing that in protest of the way that the police and the government and society abuses homeless people, like that would be a perfectly good reason. Like that would be a perfectly arguable reason where it's like, dude, those people have more right to gather and do that than much more so than these Antifa like hipster cunts, right? Whereas why are these hipster Antifas doing it? Like what? What is the reason? Because Trump is Hitler or something, like some dumb reason, right? The homeless actually would have a reason to all be gathered around like doing this, protesting the criminalization of homelessness and the unconstitutional policing of homeless. They would have every right to be doing this. But these are just a bunch of hipster fucking trust fund baby cunts that are upset because their toast was dropped butter face down, right? Now, who does this? This is the question, who does this? But if it was the homeless out here doing this because they were protesting the unconstitutional policing of homeless and protesting the abuse that society and the law enforcement and the government imposes on the homeless people, the police would be intervening and arresting and beating and everything else, all those homeless people. But because it's just some Antifa fucking trust fund baby cunts, the police all just stand there and allow all this to happen. Again, who does this? Let's go on. And this is my point that I'm bringing up. Nobody ever talks about that. It's hilarious.
Well, eventually right-wing people will start doing this to left-wing people too. And that's going to be pretty bad. Again, these people, they think that they are completely justified in doing this. And whenever this happens, this is where your viewer, maybe it was. It sounds like something that I would say, to be fair. They had to call ICE on that crowd. Well, no, these are just random-ass people, right? Can't wait for it. Yeah, it's intimidation with the intent to terrorize as terrorism. They need to be arrested. Well, I don't know about that, but I think that it does say a lot if you need to have police there to protect people.
Again, imagine if it were homeless people doing the exact same thing, only they were protesting the unconstitutional policing of homeless. And they were protesting the abuse that the law enforcement, government, and society at large imposes upon the homeless. Two things. First of all, they'd have every right to be protesting. And second of all, if it were homeless doing the exact same thing as these people, they'd all be getting arrested and hunted down and beaten, etc., etc. And you all know that this is what I'm saying is true. You all know that I have a very valid point what I'm making. But does anybody ever point this out? Ever? Ever?
Because they would be violent if they had the opportunity to. In my opinion, I know this might sound kind of bad, but if I was the people running this, I would just simply let some violence occur, and then I would just arrest everybody that was doing it. That's what I would do. And you might say, oh yeah, but somebody might get hurt. Yeah, that's true, but it'll be for a greater good. It'll be for a greater good. Yeah, you got to arrest these people, because the only reason why they're not being violent is because the police are there that are stopping them from doing it, okay? And that's it. That's why we need to be violent back.
Dude, dude.
No, I agree with you about that.
The only reason that the police are not arresting them is because those are a protected class of people. I keep bringing, this is the point. If it was homeless people doing the exact same thing, only in protest of the way law enforcement, the government, and society abuses and unconstitutionally polices the homeless, the police would be arresting them all over the place. They'd be getting arrested left and right. And see, nobody points this out. And my question is, why not?
Somebody who's violent to you, you have every right to be violent back.
See, George Carlin was right in his comedy skit where he said that the homeless need their own magazine, which would translate in modern times to the homeless need their own social media platform, because then people like me could bring up these points and to an audience. Because I guarantee you, if homeless had their own magazine or AKA platform, they'd all be chiming in yeah, this is Angry Hobo is exactly right. If it was the homeless out there protesting and they were acting exactly the same as all these trust fund baby Antifa cunts, only they had a real reason to protest, which they do, the unconstitutional policing of homeless, the police would be arresting them all. Guaranteed, 1000%. Why isn't this an issue? Why isn't this something that people talk about? Where they're like, yeah, I know, if it was the homeless out there protesting the unconstitutional policing of homeless, those police would be fucking arresting them and beating them and everything else. Why is it that everyone else can do this? Going back to the question, who does this? Who does this? It's the fucking spoiled, fucking protected class of people that always go out here and do all this shit for no reason. They don't even have a reason. Orange man bad is their reason. Whereas the homeless, who have every reason to be out here doing this, if the homeless were doing this, they would all be getting arrested. And nobody points this out, ever. And they never will. George Carlin was right. The homeless need their own magazine.
You do. You have every right to be violent back. Like, if somebody hits you, you have the right to do whatever you want to them. Nobody should have to live in a world where they are violently abused.
I gotta go. See you, boys.
It doesn't matter